Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. We're currently exploring on the ETH chart if ETH is, let's say, bold enough, if the bulls are strong enough to put in a higher B wave, which again would put Ether into a better position. Let me show you the two main scenarios which I'm tracking. The first one is the white count, and then this is a count in which the main support area will be broken. It would be here, this A, B, C structure. In this scenario, it appears likely that Ether will break below support, below $2,975. And this wave count shows you what's likely going to happen. If Ether cannot hold 2,975, we would probably form a, you could say marginally lower low, but it depends on where it's going to land here. I would say rather in the upper section of this lower support area. But I mean, we talk about marginally lower low. I mean, from here, this would still be a 16% to 30% decrease. Even though this would be quite harsh, going down to 2,300. Not necessarily what I expect. More in the area around the 100% extension of the A wave in white, which is a key C wave target. That points towards 2,743, or the 1.236 extension points towards 2,561. So, but that is what would likely happen if Ether cannot hold the $2,975 level, and my confidence in Ether's ability to actually hold support is shrinking. It's shrinking. Just because how weak it has been in recent weeks, but we'll see. I mean, it can still change. Support isn't broken, and I always see people getting scared and leave trades even if support areas aren't broken. And then sometimes those coins still rally, because that's what crypto is. They sometimes, rally at an instant, and it's often not worth putting so much brain power into, is support going to hold or not? Typically, as long as support is holding, it's holding, and we treat it like that. Now, we still need to consider this C wave down into that lower support area. I think it's very likely. And I assume that Ether will test 2,975 anyway at some point. But we'll see. I'm happy to, be impressed. So if Ether puts that higher B wave in place, even better. That higher B wave would consist of a larger ABC structure. The overall wave count is the same. It's just a different variant. And this would put Ether into a better position because this higher B wave, which might reach like 3,840, 3,955, maybe even 4,086, that would give Ether a higher starting point for this C wave to the downside. And if that happens, then Ether has a better chance of holding the 50% FIB level. I would like to see that, and I really would like to give Ether the chance. I would really like to see that. And then if we talk about the micro patterns here, if we talk about, okay, we've got a B wave pullback here, in the yellow count, because we have to consider them both. I mean, my view is Ether should test 2,975, and then we'll see if it reaches the lower support area, unless the yellow count can assist and Ether can put a higher, let's say a higher high in a high B wave, then it should start from this region. Ideally though, after one more low. The thing is now, we see it here, a little bit upset pressure, and maybe it's trying to wrap up the B wave already in yellow. I would like to see one more low, or at least, I shouldn't say I would like to see one. It's more like the pattern looks incomplete as it is, but the last move down was only in 3 waves. So it might be that we're starting the C wave a little early to the upside, wave C of B, So it might not give us that last low. So a break above 3,364 would be the first indication that we're starting the C wave. It's certainly not behaving as it should with one more low in wave 5 of C of B. So it can always have formed the WXY pattern, and it's already done here at the 38.2 FIB and starts a C wave rally from here. But in a normal ABC structure, one more low would be preferred. So that means I'm watching for the price to get into this lower support region, or at least test 2,975, unless it can put a, let's say, small impulse in place, which would indicate the start of the C wave. And that is pretty much what would be really good for the ETH chart. It would put ETH into a healthy position. Yeah, there is not much more to say about this at the moment. The parameters haven't changed. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.